Hello, this is Cynicist on Twitch and YouTube, also known as Jack Frost in-game. Today we'll be doing an instructional video on town and lot management for owners and potential owners of player-owned towns in Shroud of the Avatar. Before we begin, we would like to thank Winfield of PaxLair for providing us a town in the first player-owned town in Shroud of the Avatar, PaxLair. Player-owned towns are new to release 17 of the pre-alpha. Currently there's only one in-game and it is owned by Winfield. Winfield has been gracious enough to make Jack Frost a steward of PaxLair, enabling us to make this video and others. For this video I will be using two accounts so interested parties may see how permissions are perceived by various characters. We'll begin our tutorial by clicking on the Town Management button, which is accessed by double-clicking on a sign in front of any lot in a player-owned town in which you have permission. It does not matter whether or not the lot has been claimed to access these menus. For the owner of the town, there are 3 access levels of permissions that are currently in-game. The owner, who has the ability to raise or lower permissions of any character, and these abilities cannot be taken away by anyone other than Portalarium. A steward, who is able to set claim restrictions on plots, evict residents, and to manage permissions for residents. And residents who are able to claim any restricted lots in town that are not specifically restricted to an individual character. We're going to go ahead and make Cynicist, the other character here with us today, a resident of the town. Now he is marked as a resident. By default, all lots are restricted, so that the only people that may claim them are the owners, stewards, or people classified as residents of the town. In order to see whether or not a lot is available, you may hit the P on your keyboard and it should send up a signal flare, or looking at the lot sign to see that it says for sale in Runic. As you can see, Jack Frost is able to claim this lot if he had a deed on him, but when we switch to Cynicist, we'll probably see that the lot is unavailable even though he is set up as a town resident. So currently, even though Cynicist has been set up as a town resident, he is not able to see the lot as available until we actually log out of the game and log back in. Upon relogging into the game, we do see that the sign does say for sale on it in Runic, and if we hit the P button it should send up a signal flare. So we actually see that it is for sale and we can actually claim this lot. Now there is an additional way to actually claim a lot, and that is to further restrict access to the lot, and that is by typing in a person's name. In order to restrict that lot, you can click on the Lot Management button, and you will have the option for unrestricted, which means anybody can claim this, so it's a completely open lot, or you can type a person's name. Currently restricting this lot to Jack Frost. So Jack Frost is the only person that will in the game that will see this as a lot that is for sale. So if we switch over to Cynicist, this, even though he is a resident of the town, the lot is no longer available for sale. We'll go ahead and restrict the lot to actually Cynicist so he can actually claim it, so we can actually do a few other things real quick. We'll go ahead and unrestrict this lot so anybody should see it as for sale. The lot is still for sale, so let's go ahead and claim this lot with Cynicist. Now it does tell us that we currently do have a plot in PaxLair. So this is now, it has wiped away the trees. We can run onto the lot and it is now ours. I'm going to go ahead and set up a house. Any size house that you have that will actually fit on that lot is available for the selection. There was also a little disclaimer that says I could be evicted from the lot at a future date without notice, and I did place a house. Now another feature that stewards have, as well as the player-owned town owner have, is to actually evict a resident. So if you bring up the town management or the lot management option, you have the option to evict a resident. When you evict a resident from that plot, that person loses everything on that plot, and they will actually have to go to town in order and access their information from their bank. After a person is evicted from a lot, they will receive an eviction notice the next time they actually log back in. So I will go ahead and log myself out and log in, and it tells me that my lot is expired, and that in order to claim a lot in a player-owned town, you may be evicted by the owner at any time. You may retrieve your decorations at the bank. So that means in order to retrieve my goods, I would have to go to that specific bank in that player-owned town. Now I'd like to thank you, because that takes us through the basics of town and management and their permissions. If you have a question, ask in the comments below or on the Shroud of the Avatar forums. Later, we will be creating a video that details how the new lot permissions for an owner of that lot. Once again, thanks for Winfield, the owner of the PaxLair scene, providing us the opportunity to be a steward of the town and the ability to make this video. Goodbye.